Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday night Cup to Hook Conversation number 86. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. How is everyone? Welcome in. Hope everyone has had a great week. I know that no matter what the week has been, it just seems to all go away once Friday comes. I am so happy to be here and spend some time with all of my joy friends. So, welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is where you are. Thank you for coming in and stopping by and hanging out with me. I want to start saying hello to some of my friends that are here with me right now. Hello, Wanda. Hello, Jen. Hello, Angela. Hello, Candy, Miss Chocolate. Welcome, welcome in, ladies. Oh my gosh, I am so happy to be here with you. And I do want to just say hello, real quick, to everyone that is lurking and is here and working on their projects with me. And then those that are coming in and watching the replay. So, what is in your cup tonight? I cannot wait to hear what is in your cup and what is on your hook. It wouldn't be a cup to hook if we didn't talk about what's in our cup and what is on our hooks. Hello, Lisa. Welcome in. So, tonight, I am drinking out of my lucky cup that I won last week and showed you guys. I actually drank out of this last night with the Joyful Yarnivores, and Mr. Joyful was very sweet and kind to wash it out for me so that I could use it again tonight. So, what are you drinking? And do tell me what is on your hooks. I am going to go ahead and jump into our business so that at the mid-hour we can get some friends up here to share what is actually on their hooks if they want to. Lisa says, I have a beanie on the hook. Fun, 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 Lisa. What color, what yarn? And what is in your cup? Hello, Joy. How are you? It's so good to have you back here with us. She says, hey, I am lurking with Jen. Well, I am glad that you guys are here. Hopefully you've brought a project and you're working on it. Tell me what is on your hook. What is in your cup? Last night on the Joyful Yarnivores, and if you're not familiar with the Joyful Yarnivores, that is a combination of my channel and the lovely Trish from the Purple Yarnivores. And we do a live every Thursday night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and I think that's 6 o'clock on the West Coast. And if you're across the sea, I am not sure what time it is. It might even be a whole different day. But we do a topic question. And our topic question last night was, I asked, if you could go back in a time machine, what would you tell your 6-year-old self? And so my answer is what you see going across the bottom there. And it says, the blessing ahead will always be greater than the battle behind. So that is the positive thought that I want to leave with you this hour. Hello, Miss Margie. Welcome in. How are you doing? I have prayed a lot for you this week. I pray that your legs are doing much, much better. Miss Wanda says hello to everyone. She is drinking coffee and she is driving. Miss Wanda, where are you and where are you heading, if you don't mind me asking? You know, I always love to see where your travels take you. Angela says, I love that thought, Cynthia. Thank you so much. It took a lot of time. That was a very thought-provoking question, and I wanted to go a little deep and, you know, make us kind of stop and think. A lot of it had to do with, you know, a lot that I have been through in the last year. And after much thought, much scribbling, much doodling, that is what I came up with. The blessing ahead will always be greater than the battle behind. So no matter what you're going through today, it is temporary. No matter what it is temporary. And then tomorrow or down the road, God has something even better in store for you. There's a reason you're on the path. There's a reason you're on the journey. There's a reason that you're in the situation you are. You just have to have faith and hope, and know that He is going to get you through it. And sometimes it may be pulling you, dragging you, carrying you, but He's going to get you through it. And the next tomorrow is going to be much, much better. Hello and welcome in, Tiffany. Lisa says, that's a tough question to answer. It is. And so I'm going to just throw it out there again. If anyone wants to answer it, if you could go back in time, what would you tell your 6-year-old self? Wanda is in West Virginia, and she is headed to North Carolina, leaving Sunday for Idaho. North Carolina is where she's from. So yay, Wanda. If I'm reading that correctly, that means you're going to get to spend the weekend at home, sort of, seeing how Sunday is just 2 days away, and you'll be heading to Idaho. And everyone is saying hello to each other in the chat. Joy says she was born in West Virginia. My best friend from kindergarten is now living in West Virginia, in a little holler in the little nook of a mountain. Tiffany is saying hello to Lisa. Okay. So continue telling me what's in your cup and what's on your hook. I showed you that I was drinking out of the lucky cup that I won. But I didn't tell you what I was drinking. As always, or most of the time, probably 97% of the time, I am drinking a hot tea. And of course, I love herbal tea. That is my go-to drink is herbal tea. And tonight I am drinking Sweet Tangerine Positive Energy. It supports elevated mood and energy levels. And it's from Yogi. I have no affiliation with Yogi. I do not support, well, I do support them because I buy their tea. But what I'm saying is I am not doing a necessarily shout out for them. I am just simply sharing what is in my cup while we sit and visit and chat a while. All right. What is on my hook? Oh my goodness. So I have a lot of things on my hook right now. I am still working on Beverly's blanket, but I am happy to say that I am on the downhill stretch. I am working the last of the repeat colors, and the repeat color started with this kind of maroon burgundy color here. So I am on the last of the colors, and I am so excited. And then I will put a border on it. So no doubt I will have this done in time for her birthday. This pattern is used doing the sober granny stitch, which I took off of the Secret Yarneries channel, which is Krista, and her link is down below. And then the other things that I'm going to show you are just what I have worked on within the last week. I know you guys know that there's several projects I've been trying to work on, and I just am not successful at working on multiple projects. Lisa says it is 10:12 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I just love knowing that your time zone is different from ours, but you're still here, and that just makes my heart just so warm and squishy. Angela says she has water in her cup and a Luna cardigan on her hook. Oh, that's why I want to get my projects done, Angela. I want to make some cardigans. I need them for the office. Lisa says, maybe telling my 6-year-old self is spent more time with loved ones, right? How precious time is and how quickly it goes. Lisa says, love the colors on your fingernails. Oh, yes, I redid my fingernails. And thank you, Lisa. And they were drying last night on the live with Trish. And so, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Was trying to do something bright and springy. Margie says, I'm drinking coffee. I have finished my 2 projects that I had on my hook. So maybe you'll consider coming up and sharing them in just a little bit. But no pressure. I don't want anyone to ever feel like they're being pressured into anything here. It is completely laid back, and I want you to be comfortable. But the invitation is there for anyone who wants to come up. I'll be dropping that link in just a little bit when the timer goes off. Wanda says, you are correct, Cynthia. As soon as my 34-hour reset is up Sunday, I will roll. Oh. Well, I know that you will enjoy the time you have home, even though it's going to be short. There's no place like home. Lisa says, love being here with you. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Okay. So for those of you who know, Crystal from Crystal Bag of Day is doing her first crochet along. And I finally got the Sesame Street characters in. So I am trying to get caught up. She did week 3 this week. So the first week was Elmo. The second week was Count Dracula. And then the third week was Abby Cadabby. And so I am working on the first week trying to get caught up, which is Elmo. And this is what I have done on the granny square so far. Yes, I do know that this is a circle, but the way she does it, it will end up being a square. So hopefully next week, I will be caught up. We're going to pray. I will be caught up with all 3 of these and whatever one she brings out next week. So that has been on my hook, or started. And then the other thing that I've kind of worked on a little bit that was on my hook, I told you that I had decided, instead of putting my scrap yarns left over from projects when I finish, either back on the wall if it's big enough or in a scrap bucket, was to start actually making projects with it. And you guys, I have never made just a scrap anything. And I am completely amazed at how well this corner to corner blanket is working up by just throwing the scraps, and it's beautiful. If I do say so myself, I just love the colors. Now it's not finished. I'm still working on it, but there's the bottom corner. And for those of you that were with me when I showed my falling leaves scarf that I made from the crochet along with Trish the Purple Yarnivore, that was leftover yarn from that shawl, that scarf. So it started my blanket. And so, yeah, this is how it's working up so far with some of the scrap yarn that I had. And I am in love with the colorway. And so, yeah. So tell me, what comes to your mind? I'm trying to think of a name to call my little corner to corner blanket. So if I give it away or I sell it, that I can say this is the what blanket. So I'm going to let you tell me what comes to mind when you see these colors. What's something I can name that blanket? And then the last thing that I have worked a little bit on this past week since we were last together is I've added a little bit more to the poncho that I am doing with Trish the Purple Yarnivore. She does a project every month. This is the last project, or the last crochet along, that she's going to do from the Selena Baca book that we've been doing. And this is how much I have gotten done on my poncho. So it is slowly coming along. It is nothing but an extended single crochet. So if you know anything about crocheting, anything single crochet takes forever. So, but it is working up very nice, very pretty. And honestly, I cannot wait to wear it. So that is what has been on my hook the last week, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I seem to deal with that a little bit better than trying to work on all these projects. It just wasn't working and I was becoming so overwhelmed. All right. Lisa says Bago Day has just done Big Bird. So she did. Okay. So I guess I'm a little bit further behind, Lisa. So thank you for that correction. So she's already moved on to Big Bird, you guys. If I'm correct, her tutorials are coming out every Tuesday. And so, yeah, I'm behind. But it took me a while to find my yarn. I was just going to pull stuff off the wall and just, make whatever she was making without the characters. But then I lucked up and found them, as you know, as we discussed last Friday at Mary Maxim. And so they came in and I am now trying to play catch up. Thank you for that, Lisa. So Big Bird is coming. Hello, Nana Michelle. Welcome in. Hope you are doing well this evening. What is in your cup and what is on your hook? And if you'd like to come show us in just a little bit, I'll be dropping a link and you're welcome. You are invited to come. She says, hi, everyone, listening and lurking, Granny D raid. Oh, sweet, you guys. I hope everyone remembered this past week to go over and wish Granny D a happy birthday. Granny D had a birthday on Monday. All right. Lisa says, love that corner blanket. Colors are gorgeous. Lisa, I was so impressed with how sweet they were working up. All right. So speaking of birthdays, and let me just say, if you are new or whether you're been with me for quite some time, if you don't think I have your birthday, please consider dropping it in the chat or sending me an email. So on your special day, I can make sure that there's a little shout out for you. So all of our friends can come and say happy birthday to you on your special day. So let's talk about the special birthdays we've had since we were together last. Starting with Sunday, we celebrated Ursula from OMG Granny Square. She celebrated her birthday this past Sunday on March 20th. And then on Monday, we started celebrating Granny D's birthday on the 21st. And her channel name is Knit, Purl, and Squirrel with Granny D. And then on Tuesday, March 22nd, we celebrated Christina's birthday. Christina's channel is Bella Uncinetto. And then today, we are celebrating two birthdays. We are celebrating Megan Nadine's birthday. And that is our Megan. And then also Dr. Cheneva Early's birthday is also today. All the links for this past week's birthday videos are in the description box below. So if you've not yet gone over and just given them a heart or a cake emoji or just said happy birthday, please be sure and do that so that they can continue to receive those birthday messages and continue celebrating their special day. Because God doesn't make no junk. So everyone needs to celebrate their special day. And you know what? Every day is a gift. So celebrate every day. But definitely go over and drop them just some kind of little joy message. Lisa says, over the rainbow. Candy says, for those who were praying for the daughter with food poisoning, she is doing better. Now the other daughter is sick, Abby. Oh my gosh, Candy, bless your heart. Your family is really struggling right now. We will definitely continue to pray for all of you and pray that you don't get sick as well. All right, and everyone's continuing to say hello. And thank you so much that you guys are welcoming each other in and just saying hi and checking in with one another and seeing how things are going. I just love that part of our family and our community, just being there for one another and building each other up, just being balcony friends, just bringing each other to the top and to the best. Lisa says, you can name the corner to corner blanket over the rainbow. I get it now. I love that. That is a really great suggestion, Lisa. Thank you. Over the rainbow. Oh my goodness. I really like that. Angela says, I am at row 75 on my Stearns poncho. I have to look, Angela, to tell you what row I'm on. I am on row 64. So I'm a little bit behind you. Thank you, Joy. She said she loves the color. Lisa says, loved how Trish got so excited about receiving the Sesame Street characters to crochet the squares. Yes. Hello, Saf, and welcome in, my sweet friend. How are you? She says, hi, I've got water and I'm eating pizza. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Working on the egg for the finished unicorn and started a lovey for my new niece. Well, congratulations on your new niece. That is so exciting. And Lisa is saying happy birthday to Megan and Dr. Geneva. Again, their birthday is today. So please go tell them happy birthday and all the other ladies that we just mentioned. And again, if you don't think I have your birthday, please drop it for me so I can make sure that you get a special birthday video. Margie says, happy birthday to the birthday ladies. Thank you, Margie. Hello, Christina, and welcome in from Crafty Critter. She says, hello, Cynthia and everyone in the chat. My first time in this chat. Well, I hope that you leave here when the time comes with a lot more joy than what you came in with. That is what we try to do here from those in the chat and myself, is to make sure that everybody comes in and leaves with a little bit more joy. And just a quick reminder, you guys, as you see the little comment going across the bottom of the screen there, if I could go back in time and tell my 6-year-old self something, what would it be? And it's that the blessings ahead will always be greater than the battle behind. And if you want to answer that question, go right ahead. If you could go back in time, what would you tell your 6-year-old self? All right. Thank you to all of you that are welcoming everyone as they're coming in. I just love it. And wishing everyone their happy birthdays. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lisa. She's reminding everybody to give thumbs up. So if you've not given a joy thumb, it would greatly be appreciated. Okay, moving along. Our Saturday shout out for this past Saturday, of course, continues to be all of our wonderful new friends that joined my Joyful Creations family in the month of February. And then for the content creator, we shouted out Miss Lisa. And so Lisa joined the YouTube community on July 17th of 2021. I'm going to tell you something, so listen closely. Lisa, you joined on my birthday. My birthday is July 17th. So how exciting was that? Lisa is from Australia, so she's across the sea. And as she's already shared, it is Saturday morning where she's at right now. Lisa is a content creator, and the last time I looked, Lisa had 351 subscribers. And I think that might be more of the current. I'm going to go look really, really quickly because I forgot when I was writing everything down to write her subscriber count down. And So I don't know how many she has gained over the last week. So we're going to take a look, and 351 is where she is at. So if you have not thrown some yarn in her window and given her some love and some joy, please, please go do that. I do have her link listed in the description box below, so you can go and find it. And Lisa loves knitting, and she has started crocheting, and her favorite colors are aqua and lilac. And Lisa, please feel free in just a little bit to come up here and share what is in your cup, what is on your hook, and anything exciting about your channel or anything about your channel that you would like to tell everyone that maybe they know or do not know. All right. Lisa said, must have been an omen to join on your birthday. Tiffany says, noted, your birthday is 10 days after my son's. Oh, wow. He's a July baby. Oh, wait, you said 10 days after. Yeah, he's a July baby. Well, I'm going to tell you something else, and I don't say it very often either. Mr. Joyful's birthday is also in July. His is July the 1st. So for 16 days, we are the same age. And then he gets so overly excited because after that, I become a year older. Candy says, oh my, July 17th was my due date when my mother was pregnant with me, but I came a month later. So, okay, I'm just going to share something else because I normally don't talk about my birthday. I like celebrating everyone else's. I am the one who loves, buying the gifts and giving the gifts. But anyway, I was supposed to be born on August the 10th, but I was born July 17th. My brother, 2 years before me, I only have one brother. He's my older brother, but his due date was July 15th, and he was born on August the 5th. So my mom always calls her backwards kids. But my mom's birthday is on July 20th. And on her birthday, July 20th of 1969, she brought me home from the hospital. And that was also the first day that man landed on the moon for the first time. And she just knew that was going to be a national holiday. And it was not, sadly. So anyway, little history lesson in there. All right. I do apologize. I lost my place in the chat. I'm so sorry, you guys. Is that it? That is my timer because I want to make sure I give you guys a chance to come up and chat if you want to. Here we go. Welcome in a little bit of everything. And Tiffany says hello to Candy and Liz. Margie says her daughter's birthday is July 22nd. Them Cancer babies, I'm telling you what, we're just a one of a kind. Lisa says my mom was born on the 4th of July. Now that's a special birthday there. That was a national holiday for us. Margie says my dad's birthday is July 25th and his mom's is July 23rd. Gotta love us July babies. Nana Michelle says, I was supposed to be born in October and was born in July 53 years ago. Crazy, I am still here. Wow. What, you were born very early. Hello, Mayor. Welcome in. So I am right on schedule. I have shared everything, what's on my hook and my cup, our news for the week, except for one thing. So I'm going to do it really, really quickly. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and drop that link. So if you want to go ahead and come up, you can start coming in the basement. All right. So something big happened this week. And if you were on the Joyful Yarnivores last night, then you already know. If you've watched some of my videos, you might have seen a couple different things on my videos. So you might even know from there. But if not, I want you to hear it straight from me, because this huge, huge milestone could not and would not have happened without all of you wonderful, sweet people. But yours truly is officially monetized. Now, what does that mean for me? That just means that Mr. Joyful and I get to have more fun with you guys. I don't want to really go into it. I have a lot to learn. I do have some things that I want to do so that I can make things a little bit more special for you guys. But my focus is not so much on the, monetary value of being monetized. But I do want to say thank you, because I know down deep in my heart that humbly I would not be here if it wasn't for each and every one of you who helped me get to that milestone. It started Monday. I went to go listen to the morning devotion. And when I clicked on I think it was actually after the morning devotion. I think I did the morning devotion first and did all the little prayers to each one that left comments in the comment section. And I then just kind of went over to the monetization just to see where my hours were at. And it said, you are monetized, and gave me the permission to start getting started. And so I did step 1 and step 2, and it told me I'd have to wait. Well, just due to my choice and, enjoying my Tuesday off from work, I did not go back onto my channel until Wednesday. And that's when I saw that step 2 had been completed, and they were in the process of step 3 and making sure that all of my content was on the up and up, and it was all acceptable, and there was no, copyright issues or anything like that. And so right before we went to bed, Mr. Joyful and I came on together to look, and it said that I was officially monetized. So it's been kind of hard keeping it a secret, but yeah. So I have some friends that have been helping me, and we are going to do a monetization party. It is going to be on April the 14th. I will sometime between now and next Tuesday. It probably will come out on my community page on Tuesday, to be honest, but who knows? I may get an opportunity to get to it before then. But on April the 14th, on the same night that the Joyful Yarnivores meet, we are going to have a 3-hour monetization party. It is going to be very laid back, you guys. There's not going to be no big bangs and whistles and whatnot. We're just going to come and have a pajama party. I want you to come in your pajamas, in your jammies, and bring a project, one that you really, really want to work on and you really, really want to get done, and just hang out. We're going to crochet and have fun. We're going to just chit chat. But Mr. Joyful is going to join us. He and I both are in the process of talking to our jobs to take Friday off. In fact, I've already talked to my boss, and he has already given me consent to take that Friday off. But we are going to be giving away giveaways throughout the 3-hour night. So it's not going to be an all-night party. I know a lot of people do that. And then they have a lot of different, wow factors. I'm just going to stay true to who I am. And my favorite thing is just hanging out with friends and crocheting. So that's what we're going to do. And in the process, Mr. Joyful is going to give away a bunch of goodies. So yeah. So mark your calendars. It's April the 14th. And I apologize, I've got something in my eye. It might be an eyelash, but it's going to be April the 14th. And we are going to do it from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you'll have to figure out with what time zone you're in, what time that is for you. But you have a couple weeks. So hope you'll get excited, but mark your calendar, because we're going to have fun. All right. No one is in my basement. So if anyone wants to come up and show what's on their hook, I am so excited to have you and welcome you. If not, we're just going to sit and chit chat because believe it or not, I'm done. All right, let's see if we've got any new folks joining us and what everyone is chatting about. Okay. Hello, Miss Lisa.
Hello.
Howdy. Give me just a minute and I'm going to give you the floor. I saw a couple questions.
Just trying to get the lighting right.
Okay.
So you can see
Lisa
me.
said, I was meant to be born on the 27th of June, but came out on the 16th of June. So you were a little bit early too.
Yep.
Christina says, what does it mean when you drop someone yarn? I am fairly new to YouTube. That's a great question, Christina. And I'm glad you've asked that because there's probably somebody else out there wanting to know the same thing. So it's just a cute little way of saying, subscribe to their channel and just show them some love and joy. But that's what it means.
Oh, that's better.
Thank you so much, Christina. She said, congratulations for the monetization. Angela says, thanks for asking that, Christina. I have wondered the same. See, Christina, you did a great thing. So yes, that's what that means. It just means to, subscribe to their channel and give them a little bit of love and support. And joy, always joy. If you're new to me, that's the one word you'll either just embrace or you'll get sick of. But that's my motto. That's my life legacy. That's my life word, is to be joyful, live joy, bring joy, give joy. And hopefully when I am no longer a part of this world, if anyone hears the name Joyful Creations, they'll be joy and they'll feel the joy. Thank you, Lisa, for your comment that was good news on my monetization. Margie says it means you subscribe to their channel. Thank you, Margie, for answering that for her. Hello, sweet Sylvia, and welcome in. She says, hi, my friend Cynthia. I'll be listening in the background. Okay, because I'm crocheting a corner to corner. Well, you go, girl. Hello, sweet VJ. Welcome in. She says, I've got my Stress Less tea. Love it. And I'm sitting down now. My granddaughter's parents are both born in April. Same year. Both grandmothers in July and both grandfathers in October. How cool is that, though? Makes it easier to remember their birthdays.
It sure is when it's in 1 month.
Yes. Mara says, Minnie always enjoys listening to you in her best fur coat. I love it. Oh, that makes my heart smile. Sap says, what day is that? It will be a Thursday. April the 14th is a Thursday evening.
But a Friday for me.
Correct. It'll be a Friday for you. Thank you, Mara. She says, so happy for you, Cynthia. Christina says, thank you. You're welcome. Angela says, great to see you, Lisa.
Hello, Angela.
Congratulations. Okay, Lisa, the floor is yours, my beautiful friend.
Well, I've done,
and this is Lisa, whose channel we were shouting out last Saturday.
I've knitted up 3 dishcloths. Hang on.
Oh, wow. What is in that?
It is a present.
Oh, I see it. They're ducks. Is it
and
ducks?
Then there's, no, it's a Christmas present.
Oh, let me see. Oh, now I do see it. That's a bow. The one I first saw it, it looked like a duck and a beak, but I see it's the middle part of the bow. Oh my gosh, I see it.
And then there's a Christmas tree.
That is cool. And I love that border with it.
And then there's a Christmas stocking.
Oh, look at that.
That's the string here.
Yes.
And then there's the...
Oh, that is so cute. Oh my gosh, you did a good job.
That's from, I got them off a, I'm trying to think who Storm and something. I think it is. It is a lady who makes them. She also does it with the alphabet.
Oh, that would
Um,
be awesome.
2020, 2021, the numbers. The next two I'm going to do is a footprint and a love heart.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to think of the name of the thing. I think it's Storm and something. It's been such a long time since I've been on there, but doing that. I've done them, but the next one I'm doing is the footprint and the love heart to give to a friend for a newborn baby.
They're going to love that.
So I thought, well, I'll do it in the same color I did it as the blanket in the cream and pink. But then I'm in the middle doing Julie's hat.
Oh, yeah.
So
So that's
far,
what we were talking about earlier.
yeah.
Sap is
So
saying to you, oh, it just jumped up. Hang on one second. Sap said, so cool, Lisa. She said she's just getting the hang of knitting.
it takes a while to get used to. It's not like for me, it's hard to get to the crocheting because I don't normally crochet. But since learning, I've done more crocheting than I have knitting.
Well, is there anything that you can give advice on for those that are learning to knit?
Just do the basic stitches first.
Which would be
Just
the,
do
the knit stitch and the purl stitch.
yeah. Just practice that first, and then later on, then sort of learn to do more of a the other patterns and that. But just if you want to, just start on a scarf, and then just work up on a scarf, even if it's just knitting all the way, or knit and purl. But if you do a knit and purl one, the when you do a knit and purl, instead of the edges being straight, it'll curl.
Okay.
So if you're going to knit a scarf, you'll probably be better to do a border first, and then just sort of do, like, if you wanted to, do the border like this, and then do the knit and purl in the middle, the purl in the middle. So in that way it won't curl.
I love that. That is pretty.
And it's
And
not, I like the colour.
the pattern in the center stand out as well.
Yes. But I'm going to attempt to do the middle bit in a different colour.
You're going to attempt to what?
Instead of doing this part in the same colour, I might do it in like a black or a white.
Oh, wow.
And try and do it so that way it stands out more.
So is that hard? I mean, I know how to do it crocheting, but knitting, is that really hard to do? Multiple colors?
I've never tried doing it like that. So, but I think it'd be hard when you first do it, but then after that, it'll be, once you master it, it's easy.
Right.
Because you watch the people that have knitted for years, how they do it, and it's, you think, oh, why can't I do that? But it does. It'll just take time and practice and patience.
Well, when you do it, if you will, come back and share with us, because I am a newbie knitter. Even though that's how I first started 17 years ago, my aunt taught me to knit, but I soon took up crocheting, and I've just really stuck with the crocheting. But I do want to knit more, and I do eventually want to knit Christmas stockings, which is a huge project to take on as a newbie, but I'm willing to try. So if there's any advice ever along the way you can give us, that would be amazing.
I've done the little Christmas stockings knitted.
Uh-huh.
I do have them up on my channel in a video. They weren't, I don't know where I got the pattern from. At first, when I first started, I think, oh, this is going to be hard. But once you sort of do a few, it turns out they turn out really well. I've just knitted up, and I gave already, 32, but instead of doing, I don't even know. Oh, hang on. I'll be able to show you. Hang on.
All right. I'm going to go through the chat for just a minute, okay? Welcome in, Miss Sweet Mel, my little sunshine. And Sap says she's not motivated, Lisa, to do any other project. She said she did one dishcloth and she just hasn't found anything else knitted right now, although she feels knitting is easier on her hands.
Yeah, some people find knitting easy, better on their hands than the crocheting and everything. This is the Christmas stocking.
Oh my gosh, that's so adorable. That is cute.
The ones that I just done for a friend, this is why it was easy to explain. When you come to do these parts, this part here, instead of doing the 4 rows of the white and the green, the white and the green, I end up doing an extra 4, 8, 12, 16, an extra 6 row, an extra 8 rows to make it, say, a little bit bigger, because she wants to use it to put knife, fork, spoon, your soup spoon and your dessert spoon in it for Christmas time at the Christmas table. So it'll lay down and all your cutlery is in it.
That is cool.
But this one I made for a friend who's got a little doggy who likes to have some nice, soft toys to throw around the house. So she wanted that one. So this one I stuffed with the filling that you buy from the local shop.
That is cool. I love the color too, by the way.
That is a nice color. I did the other one, the ones that I did with for my friends. I did 2 of every color. There was a dark pink, a light pink, a salmon. I think there was about 4 or 5 different shades of green. I did a black and white one. I did a red and white one. I just did all different colors. I got away from the traditional Christmas colors and wanted to make it like a brightness for her for Christmas for us. So yeah, that's what I've done. I forgot I had that one up on my shelf to make it easy to explain. So, and sometimes I might do a pouch in the same colors. I'll knit up a pouch and make it a pouch and a Christmas stocking and put them together and donate them, and then they might find, if they've got a family with children that don't have anything, well, it might just brighten them up and they might be able to carry their little dolls around or something.
That is cool, yes.
Or toy cars, whatever they play with, sort of thing.
Sweet and thoughtful.
I try and make things a bit different, but this depends on whether it's easy to do or hard to do, or I just try everything. So, but that's all my projects on what I've done so far.
Well, while I still have it on you, and you were the channel that I shouted out last Saturday, is there anything on your channel you want to talk about or share or tell them that's coming up, or anything special you got going on, or what's your project next? Or
well, the next thing I'm going to try is when I do the footprint. When I'm going to do. Hang on. Sorry. Okay. I was charging my music player. And it was letting me know that it was finished. I forgot about it. I'm going to try, after I do the footprint and the love heart, I will be putting it up on my channel for people to see in a video. But then I'm going to attempt to do the stocking in a different color. So maybe might do like a a cream and a mauve. I was just looking at my stash to what I had. Might do a cream and a mauve, or I might do a royal blue and do the stocking in a light blue.
Ooh, that would be pretty too.
So I'll tempt it, see how it goes. Or then again, I might do the two in the middle, the bit in the middle, do it with the two colours together
Oh, wow.
and see how that goes. I'll
You've
be
written what
tempted.
you
That I'm gonna that video for those three dishcloths and the footprint and the love heart will go up once they're both done. I'll do it after I've done the hat. That'll go up soon. And I think that's about it. I'll probably do another couple of tours through the local wool shop. There's one I haven't been to for ages, so I might get some photos there of the different types of wool they've got there. That's close to where I live. So, and while I'm at
love that.
I do it so then that way that people can see, what sort of wool we have here in
Right.
where I live. Because you don't sort of know, people wouldn't know what sort of brands that we have and that. And then while I'm at the second shop, I can donate my stuff. The second wool shop that I take my stuff to, they've got a bit of a good range and whatnot. So, and then I want to step out my comfort zone and use, it's a really thick, bulky wool, but it's a and it feels really, it's a horrible feeling wool, but I want to try and crochet with it.
Do you know what it's called?
Um,
Would it be different from ours?
I think, I'm not sure, but I think Bagger Day might have done one. I can't think of the name because you just go in, think, oh, that's cool. That looks all right. You feel and you think, oh, no. And then you sort of, didn't take much notice of the name of the wool, but I don't know whether it's a well-known brand for anyone overseas to buy. I think it's just more for here in Australia for them to buy. But I can't even think of it. I was on Ursula's live the other day with Linda and Sam. We have line brand wool, and I asked him it cost $13.99. I said, is that dear or cheap? And they said that's expensive. I thought, okay, so I thought that's good. So I thought, I'm not sure whether I'll go and buy that and knit with that. But I'll see what happens and see how that knits up maybe in a hat or in a scarf. I don't know yet.
All sounds exciting, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, I haven't made up my mind yet with that one, but I'll see what happens. But
I think there's a couple of people that have made a couple comments to you, so let me scoot this back up here a minute and see what we've got here. Christina says, I find it harder to retrieve your stitches in knitting if you have to frog back a row or more. Yes. That I do remember.
It's annoying. And it's hard. Sometimes it is hard.
Yes. And if you drop a stitch, oh my God.
Yes. I know Connie from Just Another Stitch had a couple of tutorials up about if you've dropped a stitch to what she does. If anyone's interested about listening, going back and watching her ones. Because she's done some, and I think, I'm not sure, but I think Linda's done one.
Oh, Linda Simpson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know she's got some tutorials out at the moment teaching people to start knitting and everything if they want to learn to knit.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's just done the recent one on knitting a beanie. But she does her beanie a little different to how I do mine.
But that is
Which,
okay.
yeah, and I'm thinking, oh, I like your way. So I was thinking of doing it. Going to try one, go back over the video and do one of her ones. And try her one. Because it's always good to learn a new way of doing a beanie.
Absolutely. It's good to learn a new way to do anything, knitting, crocheting,
Yeah.
whatever. Yes.
See, whereas with my beanies that I do 106 stitches, but she's only doing 84. And she
Okay.
casts off a slightly little different to how I do mine. So, yeah.
Which is cool that there are different ways to do different techniques.
Oh, it is. And it's good to learn too, because especially ones that have been knitting for such a long time, and that it's good. And especially the ones that we know, like my dad's oldest sister and second youngest sister, back when they were little girls, that's what they had to learn, was to knit, to sew, to crochet, to cook.
Right.
So it's good to get that. And that never got passed on to, out of the 6 grandkids, there's only us 2 granddaughters, and we weren't taught that.
Wow.
It stopped at them. So it would have been nice to sort of learnt what they did, back then.
Right.
But, didn't, which was a shame, it's a nice thing to sit down after, if you've been at work and you've had a tough working day, to sit down and relax and do some knitting or some crocheting.
I completely agree. If I could keep my eyes open.
That's true. And it's nothing worse than being, especially a knitter, it's nothing worse than being halfway through a line and you've nodded off to sleep.
Yes.
At least with a crochet, you've only got one loop, whereas knitting you've got, depending on what you're doing.
Crocheting is definitely a lot more forgiving than knitting.
And I to find that like, I don't know who it was, someone that was asking before about knitting. If you make a mistake in your first trial, it doesn't matter, because then you learn from that next time. That's where I had the trouble, and I know I don't do the trouble there again. Because I did that when I first made the baby cardigans. I made a couple of mistakes. And then I'm thinking, you know what? That's how I learn.
Right. Well, I mentioned last Friday that Megan finally started learning how to crochet.
Yeah.
And she, on her first row, she actually skipped 3 of the foundation chains. And so me, being me, I kept wanting to encourage her to frog it, and she didn't want to frog it.
Oh, no.
She's like, it'll be fine. She says, it is my first. And so I thought, there is a valuable lesson to be learned there, and so she was right. Practice makes perfect. It didn't have to be perfect the first time. Yeah. And so it would be a reminder to her of, this was her beginning. And I was trying to give her like my ending, like where I'm at in her beginning. And so I was really quite proud of her. And so I haven't seen her in the chat, but I hope that she'll catch this replay and hear that.
Just think, how you said, Megan said, hey, that's okay, I've missed 3. She'll know the next time when she does it, that first row is going to be single crochets all the way across.
Right.
And that's what I've enjoyed about doing Crystal from Bag of Days blanket, where you do the single crochets across, then you chain 1, and then you turn around, and then you do a single crochet and a double crochet in that first stitch. Then you skip 1, you go to the second one, and then you do that same thing. So you're skipping every you do the two, you skip one, do two, skip one. So that's where I'm up to making blankets, and I've made 3 of them already.
Oh, wow.
And I'm up to doing a scrap one, um, doing the same pattern. And Crystal did have another one up, and when I looked at it, she did a double crochet in. I don't know if anyone else in the chat has watched it, but she did a double crochet in the first. When she's done the single going across, she's done the one chain, turned it around. She's done the double crochet, and then, or did she do a single crochet? But then she went back in and did a double crochet. Yeah, she's done the single, gone back in to do a double, left the two. Yeah. So when she's done it, she's left the 2 hoops. So instead of going all the way off, she's left the 2 hoops, gone in the next one, did another double crochet, cast, and then she ended up with 3. So by the time she got to the next one and did it, she had 4 hoops on here, and then she's cast it off. And I tried doing it, and I'm thinking, oh, what have I done? So I think that's going to be a later day to retry again.
Right. But that, you know what? That's the key right there. You're willing to try it again. You're not giving up. So,
No, I just thought, yeah, just thought, no, I can't do this one for a minute. I frogged it. I thought, no, I'll go and do something else, and then I'll go back
right.
and retry it again. And that's one thing I like about Crystal. She does she gives you multiples of things, so you know how big it should be or how far it's going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Sat says, yes, Christina, so frustrating. Had to watch a video on that after starting from scratch almost 10 times. And Sap is talking about where Christina was talking about having to retrieve your stitches if you frog back or you lose it.
I know, I can't think whose video it was, which was a good thing because I never thought of doing it. Not sure if it's Connie from Just Another Stitch but I know I watched it. She uses a crocheting hook when she's dropped her.
Oh, wow.
When she's dropped the stitch, she's retrieved. I'm not sure what size hook it was, but if she's dropped the stitch, she does the crocheting hook and it fixes it up.
Oh.
So I've learned something new. Instead of frogging it, you're going back to using the crocheting hook.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is cool.
So it's surprising.
I never thought about that.
Well, neither did I, because I would normally frog it back.
Right. Right. And probably make it worse, but I would.
I thought, well, if that makes it easy instead of me going back and trying to work out what stitch is supposed to be where.
Right.
And I know and I've also learnt with when I do my stockings. Now I'll take it out here to show you what I'm talking about. Instead of me casting off, when I cast off this top bit, I don't actually cast off with a knitting needle. I cast off with a crocheting hook.
Oh.
So if this is done on a size 4 needle, I use a size 4 crocheting hook.
Oh, wow. I love that idea.
And it actually gives it a better
like texture.
A better way of casting off.
Yes. Yes.
And then I do the chain. That's crocheted. The chain is crocheted, so that way I do a chain of 30, and then that just makes it big enough. But I thought, well, I'm gonna something different, and now that I've used them and do the casting off like that, I keep it up now. I do it on all the Christmas stockings.
Christina says she will check it out. Also, will check out Linda's classes. Thank you, she said, for sharing that. I say thank you too. I love Linda Simpson. She is a sweetheart. And yes, I am definitely going to go check those out.
Yeah, because she's got it to where she actually shows you how to cast on. and what needles to use, what wool to use, and then she'll show you how to, when you start that very first stitch, how to. I know Julie from the Whippy Chick says when you need to make one, like say you crochet your 3, when you need to do 4, 5, number 5's the newbie. So
Right.
4's meeting number 5, and that's how you do it. And then Linda does it the same, whereas when she does it, she'll tell you put the right, if you're right-handed like what she does, you put it in the loop and then you twirl around, and then she calls it, you have to watch to actually to hear what she says, but she called, you slip this one, slap that one, and you've got to watch a couple of watch it, and then you'll know what she's talking about, and then it'll make sense.
Okay. Mary
Yeah.
said that most knitters use a crochet hook to fix their drop stitches, and she says a number of knitters will add crochet to their projects. I just think that is just pure genius. That is awesome.
Yeah, I know Ursula for OMG Grammy Square, she's knitting a blanket, and then at the end it's going to be crocheted in a moss stitch.
Oh wow. I love the moss stitch actually.
I haven't tried it. I don't know what it looks like, so I'm going to YouTube it and see.
It is pretty. I've used it to make dishcloths, and I've used it to make a couple baby blankets.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to do
Yeah.
that. And I know,
So
and hello to Trish. She's just come up and said hello to both of us.
yes, hello Trish. And Denny is here. She says, Cynthia, I am here. How are you? Listening at work. Well, thank you for being here. And she's saying hello to everyone, and everyone is saying hi. And then she says, VJ says, Mayor, I just heard about that, talking about knitters using the crochet hook in their projects.
Yeah. Well, I am just letting you because of, as I said, Connie with just another stitch had said it. So thinking, why didn't I know that beforehand?
But that's the cool thing about this, community, or when you're with a group of friends that are, doing something, whether it's crafts or, wood making or whatever, clay pots, whatever.
Yeah.
You have different aspects of doing things, and you learn from each other, and that's what makes you, grow in your craft or in
Yes.
life in general, because sometimes, because like Megan, even though it was over crocheting, to me that was more than just a crochet lesson. It was a life lesson, so
And just think with Megan learning to crochet, when your son and Megan decide to have children and there's a girl, she might be able to teach the little girl to crochet too.
or the little boy.
Or the little boy, yes.
Yes.
Yes, you never know, do you? Because boys can crochet just as good as girls.
I'll tell you what, there's some men out there that crochet really, really nicely. Much
Yes.
better than me. Much better.
I know. I watch David Browning when he does his. I'm thinking, but you're a man. You think you'd be wanting to do other things, but it's good to see what he knits. He crochets up.
Yes. So VJ was saying, she just heard about knitters adding crochet to their projects, and she was also saying, I've always used a crochet hook to pick up drop stitches or mend a sweater. Smart, brilliant. Mare says, all those crocheters who knit but hate DPNSs like me, I'm not sure what that means, will crochet the top of their hats closed. What does that mean, Mare? What is DPNS?
No.
Minnie is Mare's cat. Denny says, Mare says, Denny is more the knitter than me. And then Trish is saying, hello, Beverly Lee. Welcome in, my beautiful friend. It's been a while. Um, Trish says, check out Combat Crochet channel. Well, we'll have to do that. Is there something specific you're wanting us to kind of zone in on?
I'm going to write that down. Combat Crochet channel. Okay.
And thank you, sweet VJ, for welcoming Miss Bevy in. I haven't seen well, actually, I saw Miss Bevy a little bit earlier today in your live. I was so happy to be able to make it. Normally, I work Friday afternoons, but I was working a Friday morning today, so I got to make it to VJ's live earlier this afternoon, and that was so fun and exciting. And work on some videos.
Oh, there you go. I should have known. Double pointed needles.
Double pointed needles.
Crafty Critter just said it.
Yep, she sure did.
They're like this.
And so did Mare.
Where is he?
To you, Miss Bevy.
I do have
a organization.
You see,
let me take that. Let me. I'm coming, Lisa. Okay. Oh, yes.
You can, because then that way, some people when you knit socks, it'll ask you to use 4 of these.
Okay.
And then you use them. They use them in that way, and I find these are good for when I knit my hat. When you come to doing the top bit, because this bit's already done,
right?
And when you need to cast off, I transfer them over to here, and then I thread my needle through, and it makes it better cast off. I don't know if anybody else does it that way or not, but that's the way I was taught. And I even do that onto my baby mittens too.
Okay. Mare said those are tiny, short toothpick needles that are evil.
Yes. That's the only time I use a double-ended needle. Is when I'm casting off with a hat or or baby mittens.
Okay.
Which I don't think.
Telling us that Crochet Combat channel is a male who crochets, and he used to be in the military. And now that she says that, I think Mare or Bree had actually got me onto his channel before.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna quickly look him up on the iPad and have a look.
Okay.
I think someone else might have mentioned him too.
Well, I enjoyed being there, BJ. Well, Miss Lisa, it is past 8 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up. I do thank you for coming on, and
thank you for having me.
It was shouted out last Saturday, and I've got that. You're welcome. I've got that link to her shout out video and her link to her channel in the description box below. So if you are not a part of Lisa's family, please go say hello to her and throw some yarn in her window. And we're going to just go ahead and go right into our joy basket moment and then say our goodbyes. I can't believe it, you guys. That's what happens when you're having fun. It just goes by so fast.
Yes, it goes past too quick.
All right, so our joy basket moment tonight is called repentance. And the verse comes from Romans chapter 2, verse 4. And it says, do you think lightly of the riches of his kindness and tolerance and patience, not knowing that the kindness of God leads you to repentance? As humans, we sometimes wrongfully judge sin on a scale. God does not view iniquity this way. However, since any imperfection separates us from a perfect God, we should refrain from comparing sin, judging others, or devaluing the grace that has been shown to us. There is nobody whose God's grace cannot extend to, if they would just be willing to receive it. As Christians, we should adamantly admit our need for God's grace and be willing to extend grace to others, regardless of how we weigh and measure their sin. Lord, may we never underestimate the atrocity of our sin or the greatness of your kindness. Of far greater value is your patience towards us, dear God, than all the riches of this world. Thank you for leading us to repentance and forgiving all of our sin. And just a little question to leave you thinking with: how did God's kindness lead you to your own repentance? All right. Well, thank you again, Lisa. Thank you again for your amazing channel and the opportunity to shout you out. And again, thank you for coming up and sharing and always, always teaching us something new. I
Thank
hope
you.
everybody has a great week. I know there are a lot of wonderful channels that are doing lives right now. So hopefully you can get off here and go over there. And if you are not busy at the top of the hour, we are having movie night right here on my channel. And so come for some fun, laughter, trivia, sweet treats, and giveaways, and bring a
And
project.
guessing the answers.
Yes, guessing the answers. We do have several people who've not been able to watch Call the Midwife. That is the series that we do our trivia and guessing on, either because it isn't where they don't have access to it where they're at, um, or they've had a really busy week and they didn't have the opportunity to watch, but they just come and have fun and play and guess. Guessing can still earn you points. Points can earn you tickets. Tickets earn you giveaways. And there's always a giveaway every single night to some person who is playing. So it might be you. Who knows?
You never know.
That's right. You never know. So come join us at the top of the hour, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Cynthia's Joyful Creations. Again, everyone, it is a pleasure to always make it to Friday and be able to come and just hang out and spend some quality time with you. It is definitely the highlight of my week, and hopefully it's the highlight of yours.
Yep.
Love you all. Be joyful. Stay crafty in your own way. Make your own joyful creations. Above everything else, be humble and kind. And don't forget our little slogan going across the bottom there. The blessing ahead will always be greater than the battle behind. Hope you'll carry that phrase with you this week. And when you're just having a bad day, or it's just Monday being Monday, you'll remember that. And I'll see you around the community or right back here next Friday, same time, same place. Thank you, Lisa. I love you.
Thank you. Love you.
All. And I'll see you sometime soon.
You will. And I'm going to go make some lunch and be back for the games.
Okay. Yes. Don't want you to be hungry.
No.
All right. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone, for being here.
Bye.
For those watching the replay, we love you. Bye.
Bye.